So we got a pretty good rain last night, and it's rare that we get rain, so I feel like it would be against the law if we don't take the lawnmower mudding. It's got the huge mud tires on it. We've dropped the deck. It's ready to go mudding. I want to do it with the kids, but I don't want them to see it till I'm finished with it. So we're gonna get some work done on it today, but we're also gonna take it mudding, so I'm excited about that. There's a pretty good mud spot probably over there. It's a ditch that holds a ton of water. We might get stuck, I don't know. It'll be probably the ultimate test for this thing as it is. We might upgrade the engine and do some other things, but we'll see. I'm excited to take this thing mudding though, so that'll be coming up shortly. I mean, tell me this thing doesn't just look like it's ready to tackle any upcoming mudding adventures. I love the stance on this thing. It really does look cool. I think from the front, it just really looks good. I love this thing. So we've gotten a lot of stuff done to this thing already. We've dropped a ton of weight by removing the mower deck. We've done a little cosmetic things to it. Obviously the tires are a big portion. The tires were literally $200 more than what I spent for the mower itself. That tells you a little something. That's also something that's maybe holding me back a little bit on the duals on this thing, is these tires are so expensive. So we'll see. I think that'll be a later project. We'll kind of enjoy it with just 4 tires. And then maybe when we start getting a little bored of it or something, we'll add some duals to it to kind of spice it up. But here's what I want to do today. So we got some old irrigation pipe here. I think this is actually 4-inch. I'm kind of second guessing this, but I'll show you what my thoughts are. So I was thinking a huge exhaust probably coming out of here or something would be cool. I just think that 4-inch might be a little too big. Another issue I'm running into is this is the current exhaust. It's a little like 1-inch or maybe it's 1.5 inches. How do I convert that from that to that 4-inch? And I need to run it, I'd rather run it through the hood. That looks much cooler. I could run it along the side. One issue with that is I'm gonna run into issues hitting the tire. So we got some fabricating we're gonna need to do for the exhaust. It's a little struggle, but we'll get there eventually. We've got some lights ordered from the back. We're gonna remove this. I'm gonna put some sort of custom lighting on the back. I'm excited about that. We've bought some paint, some green paint and some yellow paint. We're gonna paint this bad boy up, make it look nice and neat. But today, I wanna take it mudding. So we'll get some work done on this thing later, but for now, let's have some fun. Let's take it mudding. Trail. I don't want to get too extreme right off the bat. Let's see what happens. All right, so I'm glad we got to take it mudding. We're not done yet. I want to go through one more hard spot. But a few things I've noticed is we don't have full posit track. Sometimes you'll see one spin and then it'll stop and kind of vice versa. So we need to work on that. I want full posit track at all times. And another thing is it seems like maybe the belt, when you put it in 5th and 6th gear, the higher gears, it slips, it whines. You could probably hear that in the video. So that's something else we need to work on, because obviously the faster your tires are spinning in the mud, the better. 6th gear isn't meant for mud. Our best gear was 4th gear for the mud. We finally got out of that. I was actually surprised. I was almost ready to go get a real tractor to pull us out, and I made it out, but let's have one more test. I guess let's go save our mud tractor. Should be an easy rescue, I think. All right, so we rescued it. I want to try that one more time, but I'm not going to go in the same spot. We'll take a different route this time. I can tell the belts are a little wet on this mower though, and that's not helping our situation. It's kind of making it a little worse. So that might be something we need to address. This is all testing, so that's good to know. I think that was a pretty good test on the mud tractor. I'm impressed. I think it worked very well, but it did open up a few glaring problems that we need to address before it becomes a bigger issue. The belt system, we need to maybe tighten that or find a way to prevent those from getting wet, because it feels like once they got wet, I lost like a ton of power. I couldn't go into the higher gears. It felt like it was just slipping half the time. So that's something we need to address. And then another thing is the Positrack. It doesn't have Positrack. So I don't know if I can go in and maybe weld the diff. I don't even know if this thing has diffs. I don't really know too much about it, but I do know if I can go in and weld that together, I'll have Positrack, because that was a big reason on that last run. It took me forever. We didn't get stuck. We only needed a forklift once, and that was because we were in the rut. But as far as the mud itself, the tractor really didn't get stuck. We got out of everything, but the Positrack is something we need to address, because that's a problem. When I was sitting sideways, whichever tire is in the air was spinning, and then it slicks, so you hardly get any grip as it is. So that's something we need to fix. That might be something we do next instead of cosmetics, is fix it, make it the way we want it for the mud, and then finish all the cosmetics. So we'll see where we end up. Thank you guys for watching though. We're gonna get hard torque on this thing upcoming soon, I promise. Probably next video, we'll be tearing it up, maybe welding the Positrack, smokestack, seats, maybe duals, I don't know, we'll see. Thank you guys for watching, bye.